Welcome to the road to $1 million in crypto live stream, where I'm going to document my journey over the next 300 days to see if it's possible to become a crypto millionaire. Now, if you're new, my name is Sash. I'm an entrepreneur and I believe in financial education because that is the only way you and I are going to build financial independence. So like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join me on this journey. This is day 11. Let's start. All right, everybody, I did a lot of homework. Why? Because I really love you guys. And I'm quite proud of this too. So this is the new and improved spreadsheet. Just a quick disclaimer, if you are joining us for the first time, I am not a financial advisor or anything like that. I'm just a guy trying to document my experience, take you along for the ride. But if you would like to get a copy of this and track your own investments, which by the way you absolutely should, you can find a link to it in the description below. It'll be available totally for free. Just delete my data and put your own data in there and you can start tracking your own spreadsheets. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to check to see if we are streaming. All right, it looks like we are streaming and it looks like everything is fine. All of the platforms, which is really awesome. Okay, cool. So let's fire off a tweet for now. Let's just refresh the channel here. Let's refresh YouTube. All right, and let's make sure that let's just refresh. We are not using our speakers because that would be very rude. All right, let's grab this link. And let's head over to Twitter. Dear at Fishswap at Ketchup Swap that APR, that sweet APY is escaping us. Help. PS, we are live. All right, let's put that in there. Hashtag BSC, hashtag crypto, hashtag DeFi, hashtag staking, hashtag yield farming, hashtag 1 million. Okay, cool. Tweet. Awesome. Guys, welcome back to the stream if you're just joining us. All right, cool. So let's jump into the spreadsheet, see how we've been doing over the last 24 hours. This is day 11. And I am going to just show you a really quick update here. So if you didn't check out the new and improved spreadsheet yet, I added some graphs here as well as some overviews. So in case you're also mining Ethereum and Bitcoin, you can go ahead and put your data in on the mining section here, and it should automatically show up both in graph and on these tables on the front end snapshot. Okay, we're primarily interested in this section up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Actually, let me give you a quick overview. So what is this whole $1 million in crypto and why should you care? Well, to give you a little background, if you're very new and joining us for the first time, I am a cryptocurrency miner. I've been a cryptocurrency miner for 6 months now, so I'm still relatively new in this space. And that passive income was awesome. It was really sweet. It was epic. I didn't have to do any work, but I did have to invest in hardware, and I did have to run lots of electricity, so I had to pay lots of electric. I wanted to see if it's possible to transition away from proof of work excuse me, into a proof of stake environment. But I was not too excited about the APY on the Ethereum protocol, the Ethereum 2.0 protocol. Very super lame, plus you have to provide 32 ETH and lock that on a node for like God knows how long. So there was no way to actually get back that investment. Not for me. I did also look at platforms like BlockFi, and I thought, so yeah, that's really cool. You can earn like 5%, maybe 6% if you're lucky. And that caps out at like 2 ETH and 2 BTC or 3 BTC, something like that. And so I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work either. Okay, yes, they are like secured, whatever. Let's see if we can do better, right? And so what we've done is we've found 2 platforms. One is called Fishswap, and the other one is called Ketchup Swap or Ketchup Finance. And these 2 are both doing over 1000% APY per APY, obviously annually, right? And the cool thing is you can multiply that over time, and you can compound that also over time using their various pools and protocols. Both very new platforms, both super risky. So that's what you're looking at here. You're looking at ETH, BTC, Fishswap, and Ketchup. So let's give you a quick snapshot view of what we've been doing. Let's make that a little bit bigger, maybe. Okay, let's make that like 150. All right, 150. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Right, yeah. So what you see here are 4 different investments, and of course there's the 5th one, which is just straight up stablecoin. All right, so the first one is our mining revenue. And the cool thing is we saw a little bit of an uptick in the last 24 hours on mining, specifically because the markets have kind of gone up in value a little bit. Let's actually head over to CoinMarketCap and show you what I'm talking about. So we're seeing a little bit of an uptick here. BTC gunning for 40,000 again, which is really awesome, really sweet. ETH is also gunning for like 2,800. It did kind of touch a little bit and then dropped again. Binance coin is over $400 again. Very cool. If you didn't buy the dip the last time the market tanked, which I think BNB you could have gotten for like $280. Bitcoin 30,000. ETH went down to like 1,800 or something. It was crazy, man, crazy. Pancake swap went down to like $9. All of that stuff happened. So what we decided to do was to cash out a little bit of our BTC and Ethereum positions, only about $1,000, and that was before it hit all the way down, and use it as liquidity in these 2 protocols. This one primarily, and then this one happened like a few days ago. All right, so that's what we're doing there, and so that's why BTC and ETH revenues there look a little bit higher than yesterday. Ketchup is doing about $70 so far, give or take. Super low, but again, to be expected on anything brand new. Fishswap is around $2,100 right now. And of course, our main portfolio, which I did update. So after the hit that we took, that ended up being around $518, down from around $1,500. And then of course I did cash out a few days ago on live stream. I did cash out about $1,000 worth of DAI, used it as liquidity in the Fishswap platform and the Ketchup swap platform, and so I still have that available and can withdraw it at any time and still retain my value there. So again, total earnings so far $14,500. After expenses, we're looking at about $3,500. So you could say up about $1,000 from last week, which is not too bad. Right now, you could see that our daily estimated profitability is around $200 per day. Hopefully, we can get to about $2,000 per day relatively soon. That would be awesome. That's projected to about $6,000 a month. Okay, so still very, very decent returns there. Not too bad at all. All right, let's show you what mining actually brought in yesterday, or rather over the last 24 hours. So my mouse is glitching out. Let's move over to this mouse right here. Gotta have a backup, you guys. Gotta have a backup. All right, cool. So here you can see, let's make this a little bigger. Right. Okay, so here you can see that I did about $11.30 yesterday on Bitcoin. And that's just like maybe a quarter of my farm actually being on. And then 3/4 are offline right now because of electric. Yeah. So ETH brought in around $66. So you could say in total there, roughly around $77, which is not too bad. Fishswap, let's go ahead and actually check this out here. Last update I put in was 654, but let's have a look. Let's connect and see what we're doing. So I've got around 678. Let's close Twitter. Let's close YouTube. 600. Let's just do, let's see here. It's probably going to go up to like 680. Let's do 680. 680. All right, so about $85 there. Okay, so not too bad. Not too bad. And that's after we withdrew about $1,000 of liquidity, because we were, as you can see here, we were doing well over $120 per day. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, and then of course on Ketchup, let's actually have a look at what Ketchup is doing here. So we did about $216 on Ketchup. Now, Ketchup has been performing really badly. Really badly. I'm really glad that I did not buy this token. But as you can see, not only are the APYs super low, like 245%. Okay, compared to traditional finance, that is really still high. But compared to, you know, liquidity on the DeFi space, specifically on the Binance Smart Chain, yeah, super low, man, super low. And the only reason for that is because so many people have put in money. About $382,000 was put into this particular pool over the last 48 hours. And so that dropped the APY from around, I think it was over like, I'm pretty sure it was over 500,000%. And then it just dropped, like tanked. And that's kind of how these protocols work. The more liquidity you have in a pool, the lower the interest rate. The less liquidity you have in the pool, the higher the interest rate. And so of course these devs are pretty smart. They know that lots of people are going to use stable coins as opposed to their native coin here. So you can see that the main pool, the Ketchup pool, that's still doing over 5,700% APY, and here we go. You can see that's about 15.8% per day. So what we're doing to kind of hedge against risk, okay, to hedge against lots of risk, is to basically farm here in the DAI pool, and then put whatever we make into the Ketchup pool. So sort of like compound interest. So Ketchup continues to grow, our Ketchup position continues to grow over time every day. And so does our, and of course our daily revenue also grows, but our original principal, which is about $998, you could say about $1,000, is untouched. Okay, so I can withdraw that at any time by hitting this minus button here. I will just choose max and click on confirm. That'll unstake my position. So that's really awesome. That's really cool. That means I didn't lose money. I literally only paid a 4% fee to join, which was around $40, give or take, maybe a little bit more. And you could say that we already made that back if I were to cash out right now. But here's the other thing that happened. Of course, you know, this is why lots of investors are very, very upset. Lots of traders are very upset. And I did warn everybody. I did say, do not buy this token. Do not buy this token. And that's what you can see right here, this giant bleeding graph. Okay, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of selling because not only because of fear, but also because of the increase in supply. We're minting over 2 million Ketchup tokens per day if you read the white paper. And so because of that increase in supply and decrease in demand, that's pushed the price all the way down from around, it was almost at $3 per coin, pushed it all the way down to about 13 cents right now. So super, super unfortunate. But again, terrible execution, unfortunately, on the part of the Ketchup team, if you like. Obviously wanting to build lots of hype, thinking that it would be sustainable, but of course it was not. All right, regardless, we are still invested because it's free money, baby. It's free money. And so what we're doing is we're just gonna harvest from here and we're gonna put it in here. Okay, so let me show you how that works. Let's do Ketchup first. Let's go ahead and choose the harvest button. Okay, so I'm gonna choose harvest. Let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see. So when I choose harvest, it's gonna extract my ketchup. And I'm gonna have to pay that super high BNB gas fee, which by the way, you should always have BNB in your wallet. All right, so there you go. I've extracted it into my wallet. And there it is, 120 Ketchup tokens. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna click on harvest and I'm gonna choose confirm. It's gonna extract. And done. Nice. So now we should have about 200. Cool. So we're gonna put it back in. So let's click the plus sign. Let's choose max. And let's choose confirm. We pay the third gas fee. And hopefully we should be good to go in a few seconds as soon as it confirms on the chain. Yeah, perfect. So now we have about 471. Do we have anything in our wallet? Okay, so we have about 0.01. All right, not too bad. So as you can see, the more I add to this, by the way, I didn't buy this. I didn't buy this. It's all free, right? And so that's the best part about this. If you put your stable coin in here in the DAI pool or in the BUSD pool, or if you feel like, hey, I just want to hold BNB because I like it as long-term investment, you can put it here in the BNB pool and you can earn about 369%. But of course, other coins like BNB, Bunny, BTC, Uni, all of these things are incredibly volatile, okay? And so of course the APY will fluctuate depending on the value of the coin. Whereas with a stable coin, you know that if you put in $1,000 as liquidity, you're getting back $1,000 worth of liquidity. So let's go ahead and check out the spreadsheet here. We're on 13.6 cents. What do I have here on the Ketchup pool? So about 13. Okay, so we need to update that. I did put in 14 earlier, so it fell 13.6. Okay, again, like I said, super volatile, unfortunately. Not very good execution, but hey, it's brand new. It's like literally a week old. All right, so you could say that we earned about $61 at present value. Actually, let's update that, 13.6, $64. $64, which is about 237 dirhams, or if you're in South Africa, about 891 rand. 891 rand, which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Okay, so that's pretty cool, and hopefully that'll compound over time, increase over time, and mint us lots and lots and lots of coins. All right, and then obviously here we already calculated that value, but let's go ahead and extract this. So I have some liquidity in the farm, As you can see, that's doing over 1,600%. I'm going to click on harvest. I'm going to choose confirm. Again, the gas fee very high right now, unfortunately. But regardless, let's just extract that. Perfect, perfect. Let's go over to the pool section. Let's do the same thing. Let's click on harvest. And let's choose confirm. Alrighty. Okay, so we've done it. Let's verify if it's in our account. 682. Okay, very cool. Let's just double check how much did I put in here. Yep, about 600. Let's put in 682. So we're all squared, and then we'll click on the plus sign, click on max, choose confirm, and then choose confirm. Okay, so that's how you compound your investment. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my previous videos on compounding investment, but let's go ahead and check it out. If you didn't, compound interest calculator, one of the financial wonders of the world, which is awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at our spreadsheet to have an idea. Actually, no, let's look at this. So about 3% there, 3%. And let's take a look at this one. About, you could say, 0.6%, okay? So what do we have? Let's double check that one more time. 3.7. Okay, so you could, let's just take 4%, right? 4% across our, let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see. So 4% daily, earning 4% daily, not the best, but again, not the worst. We have roughly about, let's see here, we definitely have over $3,000, but I'm just going to put in 2,000 just so you have an idea of how compounding works. Let's say I leave this for a year, right? Let's say I leave that for a year. My compound interval is daily. It's costing just over $1 per day to compound in fees. So make sure you keep that number in mind. You do have an expense every day. And then I'm gonna click on calculate here. Let's see if we get something cray. All right, we are getting something cray, which means that this calculator is definitely broken. It should be like, you could say, around $3 million, but right now it's showing $3 billion. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening with this calculator, but they've added an extra like little bit there. Just if you do the math, I can try and leave a formula to the compound interest daily formula in the description below if you want to check that out. But yeah, so basically the idea is if you put your money in every day at 4%, you're looking at a doubling, okay? For some reason here, it's doing a tripling. It should actually be a doubling at 4%, not a tripling every 30 days, okay? So every 30 days, you should see your money double, not triple, okay? But the idea is the same. If you invest every day, you just reinvest every day, you should technically, if the interest rate remains relatively consistent, which obviously it won't, you know, the more people have liquidity in there, or the more you farm, the liquidity will grow, the API will drop. Okay, but let's say 4% per day, you're looking at over $1 million in at least 1 year, assuming interest rates stay relatively consistent. So that's why I created this live stream. I wanted to test to see if it's going to be possible. Now we're only 11 days in and we're already seeing massive volatility here, which means, and this is something I really want to emphasize, please always do your own research, my friends. Please do your own research. Never, ever buy the hype. Never buy based on what an influencer says. Never buy based on what Elon Musk says or tweets or whatever it is. Okay, I got students at school, at work, saying, hey, I lost lots of money on Dogecoin because I bought the hype. I thought it was going to $1. Why? Why did you do it? Why did you do it without doing your own research? Okay, never make that mistake, my friends. Always do your research, and always know your numbers. Okay, number one rule of business and investing: know your numbers. Okay, of course, you need to know your customer and your product, all of that stuff, but know your numbers. All right, cool. Let's head over to the chat section to see if we got in chat. All right. Okay, so we got our friends in here, Mr. Azar. Okay, how much is the BNB fees you paid 3 times? Okay, so let me show you on my screen. All right. Okay, so let's obviously make sure we have crypto, the coin market cap open here. So BNB is currently trading at $413. All right, so we're gonna take that. Oops, I had my scientific calculator on here. Sorry about that. Okay, so we got 414.78. So we're gonna say times 0.001. That is usually the maximum BNB fee you'll pay per transaction. And that works out to about 41 cents. So if I paid that 3 times, which by the way, I paid it 6 times. But anyways, let me show you. If I paid 3 times, it's gonna be $1.24. Okay, so let's say divided by 3 times 6 times, it's going to be around $2.48. So that's what I paid today in fees alone. So always make sure you have, say, $50, $60 in your account, in your Binance Smart Chain account at all times. You're always charged in BNB. You're not charged in dollars. Okay, so that BNB price can fluctuate a lot, which will obviously mean the dollar price will fluctuate a lot, but you're paying in BNB. So always make sure you have at least, right now, I would say I probably need about $50 to $60 worth of BNB for the month to cover my transaction fees, okay? So just make sure you're aware of that so you don't run out of BNB, because if you do, you are going to be very, very unhappy. All right. Unsri Esports Palembang. That's a really awesome name. Says, hi sir, are you also a Fishswap user? I certainly am a Fishswap user. Yes, I certainly am. Let me see my current position right now. My current position right now, you could say, is around 18,000 fish. So I have some in here and have some in the farm as well. And yeah, so we did actually cash out about $1,000 like 2 days ago on live stream to enter the other liquidity pool. Ghanem is in the house. Hey Ghanem, what's up, man? Life is great. Life is great. We are making over $200 per day right now. We hope to increase that to about $2,000 per day very soon. So that's what this live stream is about. Instant Discovery says, hey Sash, Did you have a look at Aave Network and Matic Farming, a network where you can deposit and borrow money from the farm? I'm planning to inject some there. Let me address that actually. Let me address that. I love Aave, by the way. I love Aave. All right, so Aave. All right, man, let's head over to Polygon Matic. I don't know if we can actually farm Polygon Matic on their actual network here. Don't think so. Maybe on one of their byproducts, but yeah, maybe on one of their byproducts like Polyfish, Polyfish, Polyfish Finance. Forget how you say it. Polycat. For some reason, their token ticker symbol is fish. for some reason. So it's super confusing, but they're actually called Polycat Finance, right? So let's see. That's a great question, my friend. Thank you so much for asking that question. If you imagine how banks work, right? Imagine how a bank works. So as a bank, you've obviously got all this money, and we're like, look at it from the outside and we're like, oh yeah, banks are super rich. They just have lots and lots of money. Actually, what you don't realize is that a lot of that money that banks have access to and that they can lend you, it actually belongs to other people, all right? And so let's say I want to invest, right? So I go to a bank and I say, I want to open a savings account. That's the most simple form of investing and saving. So I go to the bank and I'm like, hey, I want to open a savings account. So they'll say, yeah, no worries, man, 0.01% per year, right? Whatever, something crazy. Super rip off, by the way, don't do that. Anyways, so you go to the bank and you do this, right? And so where do you think that 0. whatever percent interest comes from? Okay, so the reason why they're able to give you money every year in the form of interest when you put your money in a bank account, in a savings account, is because they lend your money out to other people in the form of loans and credit cards, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind. That's how banks work. So Aave, which is a fantastic platform, does the same thing. It's sort of like a decentralized banking system. And the cool thing is that right now we are at $22 billion in liquidity. It's crazy. So how does it work? I can basically lend my money to Aave. So I can basically deposit money. And if I do so, I can earn interest. Now, if anybody borrows money, they're also going to pay interest. And let's make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. Okay, it should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so notice that the borrow APR, by the way, stands for annual percentage rate. Okay, so whenever you see APR, it usually refers to borrowing money. Whenever you see APY, annual percentage yield, which means money that you earn in the form of interest. Yield means earn, okay? So you can see that you earn less, but you pay more, and that has to happen. It also happens in traditional banking, where if you go and you borrow money from the bank, the interest rate is going to be much higher than if you were to, say, put your money in the bank and earn interest, okay? So that's how it works. Now, in order for them to obviously pay you, they have to lend your money out to other people. So why is this cool? Why does it matter? So not only can you earn interest just passively by depositing money in here, but you can also use your money as collateral, right? So you can borrow money and you don't need to have like a special account. You don't need to register. You don't need to go through any like fancy application processes. You just need to have liquidity. You need to put it in here, and that is used as something called collateral, which means if you default on the loan, let's say I put in $1,000, I might be able to borrow $500 extra, or I might be able to borrow maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, right? I don't know because I didn't check what their rates are, but typically it's less than your collateral, right? So if you put in X, you'll get X divided by 2 in most cases, right? So why does that matter? Because now you basically have free money, right? And so let's say you put down some collateral and you can borrow some money here at like say 3.9%, and you can put it in something like Fish and earn 247%, right? So that's a huge instant arbitrage opportunity, right? So that's one way to play this if you decide to go with Aave. But Mr. Instant Discovery said that he would be interested. I'm not sure if Instant Discovery is a guy or a gal, but well, let's call him a guy for now. You can put in something like Polycat Finance. And Polycat is almost exactly like Fish or Ketchup, almost exactly like these protocols, but it's on the Polygon network. It's not on the Binance Smart Chain, which means if I connect here, I'm not able to use my Binance Smart Chain wallet, but I can use MetaMask. And obviously, if I put in my account, and I'll be able to connect, right? So let's have a look at what they offer. So in the pool section, you'll notice that the biggest pool that they currently have is the fish pool. And again, I don't know why they call it fish, because it should be cat pool, right? I don't know why, but they call it fish. They call it fish. They call it fish. All right. So there's a bit of confusion there. But anyways, if you put your money in here, you get to earn about 0.83% back. But notice that you can also stake your Matic. Okay, they call it WMatic, but you can also stake your Matic. Okay, and when you stake your Matic, you'll get back 316%. You can also stake your, okay, you can stake your stable coins. You can put DAI in here, but keep in mind this is a different blockchain. It's not the Binance Smart Chain. It is the Polygon network, which means the fee structure will be different. I don't know how it works because I didn't try it, but I will. I'll probably do a video. I'll need to do some research, test it out, and do a video. All right. What's really popular here with Polycat are the farms. Okay, the farms are yielding way higher. As you can see, farms are yielding way higher, which is very attractive personally to me. I'm very interested in this. I don't own any Matic, and I don't own any fish, aka Polycat. It's so confusing. But anyways, if I did, I would provide that to this farm as a liquidity pair, right? And when I do so, I'm going to earn these crazy APYs. But here's the thing, you guys. So each of these look exactly the same, right? So this is a Fishmatic farm, this is a Fishmatic farm, and this is a Fishmatic farm. But what makes this different? Why are they all the same? What makes it different? So here you could see that this is on the Fishswap protocol. This is on the Fishswap. Let's make this bigger. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is on the Fishswap protocol, and this is on the Definity protocol. Okay, these are all different protocols, and therefore it's giving you more options, right? So let's say you wanna use a different blockchain. You can. You are not limited to their system. But again, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea how well this performs. I mean, it looks really attractive, as you could see. 1% per day. Looks super attractive. I don't know why. I don't know how they calculate this, to be honest. I don't know how, because if I look at this, for example, you can see I'm earning 3% per day, but here it's like showing a different one. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this works, but tread with caution, you guys. Tread with caution. If you didn't watch my video on impermanent loss, please check that out in the channel. Okay, that's super important. Whenever you put money into a farm, you most likely will get less back because of impermanent loss if your coin pair moves out of its ratio. Okay, so whenever you're providing liquidity, you're providing two tokens, has to remain in a 1:1 ratio most of the time for you to get back your original principal. All right, so let's go back to the chat, see what I've missed here. Okay, so right, network where you deposit and borrow, and I farm, and I'm planning to inject some. Okay, cool, we read that. Khaled's in the house. Yo, what's up, Khaled? Welcome. Wish I could get into this, but I can't because I'm 16 and I don't have ways to get money into crypto or investing. Well, the good news, my friend, the good news is that you actually can, okay? And this is the best part about decentralized finance. All you need is to A, have a wallet or several wallets, and B, have some initial investment, right? Just a little bit of initial investment, and you can print money over time. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's what we're doing here, actually. If you did not check out some of the other videos we have, for example, how the Binance Smart Chain farming system works, how to yield farm, how I made $1,000 in like 48 hours. Check out those videos. Those will give you some guides as to how this works. This is sort of like mining 2.0. It's like, it is layer 2, actually. That's literally what it's called on the blockchain. It's called layer 2 proof of stake. Okay, mining is called proof of work when you use graphics cards or ASIC miners. This is called proof of stake, where you stake your coins and you get to earn tokens in exchange. Okay, so definitely something worth checking out. Highly recommended. We're actually doing a series, see if we can get to $1 million in like a year. It'll be crazy if we do. I could fail. That could also suck, but let's see. All right, Mr. Ahmed Khalid says, hello, sir. One time no see. I appreciate you hanging out, man. I appreciate you hanging out. All right, Instant Discovery says, is there something similar to Aave on the BSC network? Yes, there is. I mean, kind of. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. So, PancakeSwap. By the way, PancakeSwap is literally the original BSC project, which forked. In other words, it cloned. Let me share my screen. Maybe that will make more sense. Okay, so PancakeSwap forked or cloned Fishswap. I'm sorry, Uniswap. Uniswap is an Ethereum-based protocol. PancakeSwap forked them, and then they did it, instead of on the Ethereum network, they did it on the Binance Smart Chain. And because they were like first to do it on Binance Smart Chain, actually it might either have been SushiSwap or them, they took off. Binance even backed them, okay? But let's say you're interested in borrowing money against your collateral on the BSC. You could use Binance themselves. This is a centralized exchange. Okay, so you will need to have a KYC approval to use this. But as you can see, you've got the crypto loan feature. All right, and this is something that's really cool. You can obviously see, let's say I want to borrow, I don't know if you guys can see this, let's make it a little bit bigger. I want to borrow $10,000, yeah. If I want to borrow $10,000, I need to provide, let's say I have BUSD. Okay, let's say I have DAI. Okay, because they're 1:1. Yeah, so notice, I need to have $15,000 in collateral before they allow me to borrow $10,000. But obviously here you can see that they allow only a maximum of $5,000. And that means I need to have $7,600 in collateral. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you do want to borrow money on the Binance chain, okay, obviously send your Binance Smart Chain tokens to your Binance account, and then you'll have that as collateral, which you can borrow against. But I don't know. Honestly, I personally advise against debt. I do not. Let me actually do this full screen so you guys can actually see my face. Okay, I have lost a lot of money in business. Okay, I've lost a lot of money in business. I've been in business since 2015, 16. And my first company was funded with a bank loan, right? And when I took the loan, I obviously used it for all of my operational costs, license setup, employees, all of it, right? And this was supposed to be $1 million business. $1 million business. In fact, we were making money from the first day we opened, right? But long story short, I had a problem with the authorities because they said, hey, I needed a permit or whatever. But long story short, like, I ended up liquidating that company because I was not allowed to trade, even though I was profitable from day one, right? Or rather, not profitable, obviously earning revenue from day one. My point is this: even though the business was not allowed to continue, I still had to pay that loan for 4 freaking years. Okay? Never invest more than you're willing to lose. Okay? Start small, grow over time. That's what I'm doing here. Okay? I didn't start out with thousands of dollars. I started out with very little. Now I have thousands of dollars. Okay? Because I've been doing it for like 6 months. I only started the stream like 11 days ago, right? Do not fall into the trap of leveraging in crypto. Never, okay? You will get liquidated. And when you get liquidated, you're liable to pay back all that money that you borrowed. Of course, your collateral will also be gone, right? This is why we saw the huge crypto dip, especially with Bitcoin, because lots of those investors were actually leverage traders. So in other words, what they did is, instead of saying, hey, I only have $100, I'm going to do 10x, right? I'm going to borrow $1,000 against my $100. And obviously if they go long, they can get liquidated. The platform automatically liquidates you if the whales dump, right? So if the whales dump, everybody going long or holding a long position can get liquidated, but you're still liable. You are still liable to pay that back. And that's what sucks. You can get wrecked if you use debt in crypto. Do not do it. That's just my personal opinion. Do not do it. Right. Mr. APC is in the house. APC, what's up, man? APC is gonna have to help me set up some chat groups. You guys have had some requests for Telegram, mostly, because all of the crypto investors are on Telegram apparently. So we're gonna definitely try and set up a Telegram group, maybe also a Discord server, which APC can help me run. Mr. Do you see the new 500x farms in Ketchup Finance? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's head over there and show you what we're talking about. All right. Okay, so you're looking at this one right here. Okay, let's address this right now. Let's address this. The Ketchup price is $0.135. In other words, 13.5 cents. The BNB price is $414. Okay, so if I wanted to enter this farm, I'm gonna go to trade and I click on liquidity. This is how it works. Okay, let me actually demonstrate it so you guys can see. Let's say I want to add liquidity, so I'm going to choose BNB and I'm going to choose Ketchup, right? Because hey, it's awesome, it's amazing, right? So let's say I want $1,000, which you could say is about 2.5 BNB. Okay, so notice I need to also provide, let's make this bigger, I need to also provide an equivalent amount in Ketchup. But here's the thing, Ketchup is volatile. It's heavily volatile, which means it can drop to 5 cents. And if it does, you are not getting that BNB back, at least not that much. Okay, you put in 2.5, you're probably getting 2 or less than 2 because that BNB is going to be used to buy the dip. That's called impermanent loss. Do not do it unless you're willing to get that money back as quickly as possible and cash out like within like 24 hours or less. But most people who enter farms, they don't know this. They don't know about impermanent loss. So when they get their money back, they're like, why did I get back such a low amount? is because of the dips, right? And so if you buy, in my opinion, probably the safer way to do it is to wait for Ketchup. Where the hell is Ketchup? All right, we're at 13 cents, right? Let's say we wait for Ketchup to go back down to like 10 cents. If it goes down to 10 cents, that might be a good time to get into a farm, because if Ketchup rises in price, then you might get back more BNB, if that makes sense, right? But you don't want to get back less of your valuable asset. Okay, one of them is a very volatile asset. The other one's also volatile, but it's obviously a lot more valuable, right? And so that's why the APR is so high. It's because it is so risky. Okay, so please be aware. Please be aware if you're using the farm. Always know your numbers, guys. Always know your numbers. All right, let's have a look at the chat. Okay, so Mr. Instant Discovery says wise words. No worries. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Hopefully, more people get financially educated. All right, Harry says Fishswap. Hey, Harry, what's up? All right, so Fishswap, yes, you are looking at my current Fishswap position. So roughly about 18,000 right now, so about 17,000 here and about another 1,000 in the farm section. And then overall we are doing, by the way, Harry, I have a new update on my spreadsheet. So if you guys want this, feel free to check out the chat. You can use it to track your own crypto investments. Obviously just delete my data. Unless you want to lie to people that, hey, this is how much you're making, but use it to track your own investments. Get into this habit of knowing your numbers, and this is an easy way to do it because I already did it for you. So just delete my data, put in your own data, and the dates and the graphs and the formulas are already there, so you don't have to worry about that. So Harry, Fishswap so far, is doing, let's make this a little bit bigger so you can see. Oops, too big. 100 looks pretty good. Yeah, so Fishswap, we're doing about $85 a day average right now, and so far about $2,000 worth of fish. And then on Ketchup we are doing about $35 a day, and we have about $64 in Ketchup. And obviously Ethereum and Bitcoin, but we're not interested in that right now. All right, cool. So let's see if anyone else is saying anything. Mr. Hey Y is in the house. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks so much for joining. I was just saying to the other guys, we are definitely planning on getting that Telegram group sorted out. I will probably do so after this live stream. All right, cool. Let's see if any other comments are in there. Nope, no other comments. All right, cool. Guys, I want to tell you about a really cool opportunity. This is actually my company. It's called Blue Brain, and I want to invite you to attend our free workshop because we want to show you how to build your own online business, completely online and completely autonomous, right? And so if you want to learn how to build your own online courses as well as sell them, which by the way is the best, even better than crypto, okay? The best online business that you can have because it's knowledge that you are selling, and it's usually your own knowledge. If you want to learn how to create your own business and how to go from zero to sales in less than 60 days, join our free workshop. It's totally free. Link in the description below. And with that, guys, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out today. It was a little bit longer, but it was lots of fun. I appreciate you guys hanging out today. Listen, everything that I am doing is risky, right? And there's the potential for high reward, lots and lots of reward, right? $1 million, maybe more, maybe $10 million. Who knows? We hope. But what I really care about is that you learn how I'm doing what I'm doing and learn why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, when you have those two things, you can take that knowledge and apply to any financial instrument or any financial vehicle, and hopefully reach financial independence, because that is what we care about. And so recently we launched a brand new podcast, or rather it's kind of like a reboot of our podcast called Fire Grinders, where every week we'll be releasing a podcast episode talking about finance and investing, and occasionally we'll also be interviewing very, very successful millionaires and businessmen and businesswomen and investors. Okay, so we'll be interviewing these people, plus we'll also be talking about core investment principles. Make sure you check that out in the description below. I should publish it on this channel, but I'll also have links to the iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts platforms in the description. Okay, here are my wonderful social media handles. Feel free to follow me here if you have not done so yet. I'll be sure to start posting there as well. And I want to say, always do your research. I always say this in every one of my streams: never make financial decisions based on what anyone else says, not even me. Okay, always do your research, always know your numbers, and always play it safe. I love you guys, and I'll see you in tomorrow's live stream. Take care.